Okay, good morning. I'll call the meeting to order. Is there any changes to the agenda?
And do a motion to approve the agenda. Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Betty, will you read the minutes of the April 3rd meeting, please?
April 3rd, 2023, Chairman Clues called the regular meeting of the Wright County Board of Supervisors to order at 9 a.m. Members present were Clues, Rasmussen, and Helgevold. Motion by Rasmussen, second by Helgevold to approve the tentative agenda. Motion carries. Minutes of the previous regular meeting of March 27th, 2023 were read and approved. Approved claims for payment. In open forum, Tony Nicholas spoke about the 2023 assessment rules that were sent out in the mail on Friday, March 31st. Nicholas stated that all the values went up across the county. Nicholas said there is more information in the assessor's office. Bob Ritter asked in open forum about the county inspector for Summit Carbon Solutions pipeline. Snyder and Associates will replace ISG as the county inspector. Motion by Rasmussen, seconded by Helgevold to approve the second reading of ordinance number 65, canning facility inspections. Motion carries. The full ordinance is available in the auditor's office and Wright County Public Health as well as the county's website. Motion by Helgevold, second by Rasmussen to approve resolution 2023-18 for supporting the current local option sales tax structure by roll call vote. Ayes, Clues, Rasmussen, and Helgevold. Nays, none. Resolution 2023-18 duly passes and reads as follows. And there you can see the full resolution in its entirety. Motion by Rasmussen, second by Helgevold to appoint Snyder and Associates as the county inspector to ensure the construction of Summit Carbon Solution pipeline complies with the agricultural land restoration plan. Motion carries. Motion by Rasmussen, seconded by Helgevold to move into closed session at 9:30 a.m. pursuant to Iowa Code 21.5C to discuss strategy with counsel in matters that are presently in litigation or where litigation is imminent, where its disclosure would likely to prejudice or disadvantage the position of the local government body in that litigation. By roll call vote. Ayes, Clues, Rasmussen, and Helgevold. Nays, none. Motion carries. Motion by Helgevold, seconded by Rasmussen to move into open session at 9:57. Motion carries. The Board of Supervisors acting as drainage trustees for DD 107 received a demand letter via email on March 9, 2023 from Bob Goodwin acting on behalf of the Pogies. Motion by Clues, seconded by Rasmussen to delay action and response until receipt of the engineer's report from McClure Engineering on DD 107. The trustees will consider its tentative approval of the report and schedule a public hearing to formulate a response. Motion carries. Adam Clemens, Wright County Engineer, presented resolution 2023-17. Bridge number 173 will be closed until crews can replace the pile cap that has cracked due to oversized loads. Motion by Rasmussen, seconded by Helgevold to approve resolution 2023-17 for a bridge embargo number 173. By roll call vote. Ayes, Clues, Rasmussen, and Helgevold. Nays, none. Resolution 2023-17 duly passes and reads as follows. And there you can see it's in the resolution in its entirety. Clemens presented the public highway at grade crossing agreement for bridge number 211. This is an agreement between Wright County and Union Pacific Railroad Company to work in the railroad right of way to replace bridge number 211. Motion by Rasmussen, seconded by Helgevold to approve the public highway at grade crossing agreement for DOT number 1959388D. Motion carries. Motion by Clues, seconded by Rasmussen to approve the fiscal year 2024 Iowa DOT secondary road budget. Motion carries. Motion by Helgevold, seconded by Clues to table considerations of the fiscal year 2024 secondary roads 5-year program. Motion carries. Clemens gave an update on the secondary roads. There were 8 work orders completed last week. One of the work orders was brush cutting along 160th Street west of Highway 69 to alleviate drifting issues for the future. Trucks are finishing up spring spot loads and will transition to hauling the engineer's mile rocks. Crews emptied out the sheds, ice control sand, and moved it to Clarion where it can be covered. Trucks went out Saturday, April 1st for winter operations. Motion by Helgevold, seconded by Rasmussen to adjourn the meeting. Motion carries.
Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, I'll stand approved as read.
And then we had a special meeting held April 7th, 2023. Chairman Clues called the special meeting of the Wright County Board of Supervisors to order at 8 a.m. Members present were Clues, Rasmussen, and Helgevold. Motion by Helgevold, seconded by Rasmussen to approve the tentative agenda, motion carries. Motion by Helgevold, seconded by Rasmussen to move into closed session at 8:03 a.m. pursuant to Iowa Code 21.51J to discuss the purchase or sale of a particular real estate only where premature disclosure would be reasonably expected to increase the governmental body would have to pay for the property or reduce the price the government body would receive for the property. By roll call vote, ayes, Clues, Rasmussen, Helgevold, nays, none, motion carries. Motion by Clues, seconded by Rasmussen to move into open session at 8:30 a.m. Motion carries. There was no action taken concerning the closed session. Motion by Helgevold, seconded by Rasmussen to adjourn the meeting. Motion carries.
Are there any additions or corrections to Friday the 7th minutes? Hearing none, I'll stand approved as corrected. As presented, excuse me. Okay, claims. Rick, did you get it?
Mhm.
Okay. Open forum for public input. Okay. Hearing none. Item number 6, review and act on resolution 2023-16 to withdraw from the articles of agreement which formed the Workforce Development Consortium.
This consists of a board that I've been on for 11 years. With every county, they've been constantly changing what they want us to do. Everything we do, they turn around and change it within 2 months, want us to completely redo it. Or some county will turn in what they're supposed to do and they'll send it back to them, nope, that's not right. And just keep screwing with us. The services will stay the same, nothing will change, just the state will have control of it, and we won't be overseeing what they're doing.
Which it sounds like that's what
That's
led
been
to this
happening.
anyway.
Yes.
Okay. Right. I would make a motion to,
That's the
That's the
resolution.
resolution there.
yep, I have a copy of it.
Okay.
I would make a motion to approve resolution 2023-16. A resolution to withdraw from articles of agreement which formed the Workforce Development Chief Elected Official Consortium for the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act of 2014.
And I will second that.
I have a motion and a second by roll call vote. Carl.
Aye.
Rick.
Aye.
Dean. Aye. Motion carried. Item number 7, receive the Wright County Recorder quarterly revenue report. Denise, did you have anything that needed to be brought to our attention concerning this?
No, not really. The real estate market's kind of hit the brakes, so you know what the next year is gonna entail. But
Okay,
things aren't moving like they were.
I would make a motion to receive the quarterly report of the recorder.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carried. Hold the third reading of ordinance item number 8. Hold the third reading of ordinance number 65 on tanning facility inspections. I have had no comments concerning ordinance 65.
None.
Any of you?
No,
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the third reading. Standing facilities ordinance.
Third and final reading.
Third and final reading, yeah.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the third and final reading of ordinance number 65 on tanning facility inspections. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carried. there any place I had to sign it?
Second page,
Second.
underneath the Board of,
Okay,
Public Health Board.
got it. Okay, item number 9. Appoint Eric Rector to the Wright County Trails Committee. Eric, can you address this?
So I went on, then I had Sam Hansen, our naturalist,
And she's.
and she has since moved on,
Okay.
so there's nobody from the conservation board on there currently, so.
Very
And they will need somebody on there to make a forum. So,
You don't have any problem with doing it?
no, I don't have any problems doing it.
I'll make a motion to appoint Eric Rector to the Wright County Trails Committee.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to appoint Eric Rector to the Wright County Trails Committee. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Next week will be receive the sheriff's monthly report, revenue report. I neglected to put that on,
Okay, very good.
so sorry.
Adam, we got about 3 minutes. Is that enough time for you or not? Probably not.
Yeah, I gotta go over the whole
Okay,
5-year plan.
yeah.
I can give you the update, I can give you my update real quick.
Okay,
I wanna get it filled
yeah,
out.
let's do that.
We'll do that,
Yeah.
okay? So blades, full mile blading, we've only had one good week, to blade right now, so if you hear of anybody, saying, hey, where's the blade at, they're out there doing as much as they can. So we are gonna look at, what we had discussed, I think a couple weeks ago about possible ways to save money. So one of the ways that we were thinking is maybe, routes that, can we change them to B, can we change them to C or something like that? So we're gonna look at that. Reclaiming granular routes, we have one reclaimer in each zone. We only have Brandon Depew and Jared Beecher, have one more day to finish. The leveling and engineer miles, trucks have been hauling the engineer miles, 4 quarters, they got 38 done. We closed out the FEMA, that we had, so the spring flooding, we normally just say if FEMA's gonna come in, we classify it as FEMA, so we essentially create the paperwork, to track it. If it doesn't come in, we just close them out and go on with our lives, so. That's what I just wanna keep, the guys' process, the process he's going for that, so they touch it every year, so they understand, cause June is always coming around for
You bet.
June storms, so. That way they know how to do that. Miscellaneous, we hard closed Bridge 173, so that means we put posts in the ground, and actually closed it with permanent,
Okay.
for now. So we were waiting, I think it was 6 weeks to get that 12 by 12 beam, so.
Wow. Good.
Which is pretty, I think it's pretty good. I know,
Is it really?
knowing, yeah, knowing where we're at. So, I mean, it's a 12 by 12 beam that's pressure treated and it's 26, 28 feet long. So,
Okay,
engineer miles, we've got 18 of the 59 segments done. Digging season, they did all their 1 calls last week, just waiting on them to clear for this week. We did have a resignation by a patrol operator last week, due to some personal issues. Wasn't anything to do with the county. And then we still have the shop, position open this still, and then we had a truck driver, that wants to go back to what he was doing for 41 years, put in a resignation this morning.
okay.
So, did you hear about that?
So you'll be,
Do you know about it? Thank you.
will you be applying for those,
We're gonna open them yeah, we'll open them. So,
Yeah, it was nothing to do with the county
I know,
on the one,
nothing to, his heart's with the green grass and
yeah,
golf balls, so it's understandable.
and it's 31 years.
31, sorry, he said 41 this morning, so. I'm like, that's a long time, but, and then no weather events, so. Got you 3 minutes.
Nice job.
okay, moving back up to item number 10, 915, and it is Alyssa Sparks, Support Recovery Supervisor, to present the proposed child support county staffing contract, leave payout language, and possible change to the 28E agreement. Alyssa, you are up.
Awesome. All right. Good morning, everybody. So this is actually just proposed language that we want to put in the county, in the contract that comes out in May every year. So this is really just to look and determine if there's any questions or concerns. The biggest thing, the reason that we want to put this information into the contract is because right now the Iowa Constitution says the state cannot assume a debt. So Webster County is actually what we call the host county, and they're the ones that take on paying out payroll for our county staff. They handle, administrative kind of expenses. And so right now, if someone were to retire or quit, we would not be able to pay out their vacation. Now we have a history of wanting to do so, but right now, if someone leaves, now that we have this language that we cannot assume a debt, we would not be able to do that. So we are putting information into the contract that clarifies what we will reimburse for, which would be sick leave, vacation leave upon someone's retirement, or if they leave. And it just clarifies that we will reimburse if it's paid out in a lump sum versus if it's paid out over multiple checks. And I don't know if you guys have had the option to, or the opportunity to review it yet. If you have specific questions for me that I might be able to answer.
I have had an opportunity to read it, and the first thing that came to mind is, what does this have to do with Wright County? I understand that we are part of a 28E agreement, but we aren't the control county. And so it seems to me that this is mostly for the control county to determine whether or not they would do this. Am I reading that wrong?
No, you're essentially correct. So Webster County, if they chose to pay out vacation or sick leave to somebody and we don't have this in place with the next contract, then they would be out that money. So
Okay.
Webster County really is the one that's going to be most affected by it. But because we do have to have the additional counties that we serve in our office sign the contract, we want to make sure that like the Board of Supervisors or the county attorney does not have questions on the language in what is going to be in the amendment.
Okay, so if you do amend it, then who's gonna reimburse Webster County?
The state will. So
Okay.
yeah. So this clarifies that these are reimbursable expenses.
Okay. Very good.
Okay.
I don't have any questions.
No, that answers that. I'm good.
So, you'll send us, or maybe you've already sent us and we need to take some formal action on this? Or-
No, there's no formal action you need to take now. Usually that amendment to the contract comes out in May. So
Okay.
that will be coming out soon, and then that you will have to vote on and sign off on.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you
Appreciate the
for
heads up.
Yeah, thank you for the heads up and providing us the information.
All right, very good. I will pass along to our contracts team that Wright County doesn't have questions at this time.
Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect, thank you.
You bet.
Bye.
Okay, moving back to 11A, consider the fiscal year 24 secondary roads 5-year program.
So you'll have a map on the backside, colors on it. And then obviously the colors correspond with the year. Next year, we are looking at doing a paving project on C32 and R33,
Which is green.
which is the green.
Okay.
So this one has multiple lines to it. So the 2024, the FM project for 705,000. So that's C32 outside of Goldfield, and then R33 down by Woolstock. And then also, so what I didn't have in last year was, or last week was, Bridge 211, the Woolstock City Bridge, which is the down in the lower left. That one we're expecting 1.5 million for the project. So 1 million of that will come from the city BR fund. And then also 500 from our BR fund.
And that's in the blue in,
Nope, right here, this one.
okay.
The other one that you see
But
is,
this isn't the bridge. This is just the paving, right? No.
I'm looking at BRS 8550.
Yes, sir.
That's the
Lower
bridge.
left-hand corner.
That's the bridge.
That's a
Okay,
bridge.
all right.
Yeah,
And the green is the Goldfield and the Woolstack.
yes, the first one that I
That's
talked about.
705,000.
Yes, yep. So, next is 157A, which is up by Belmont. It's the, kind of the baby blue.
Okay.
south, kind of south of Belmont.
Yeah,
So 850,000, we are looking at either a box culvert, probably a triple box, because the one upstream is a triple 12 by 12, I do believe, on R65, or a bridge. So, we found out that they have lightened the requirements for the paying stream mitigation now, since reading it, and I think they actually had some people threaten to sue. So they're being a little bit more lenient on the 0.03, it's 0.1 now. So we are able to look at putting in box culverts again. As long as we don't-
Okay.
Stream.
mitigation.
Yep. Then we have the next project, which is the illustrative ILL project, which is Bridge 210, which is the Boss Pit Bridge. So this one, it'd be
Okay,
the
yeah.
one down by there, but it's the one in the center here.
Yeah,
So the Boss Pit Bridge, we're looking at 2.75 million. That is the one that we had on the raise grant that we submitted about a month and a half ago. So we should hear about that hopefully this fall. They have not even heard on the BIP grant, which is a bridge investment program. They submitted that last year, so they're still looking to do that. So it might be longer than what we think, but it's in there as illustrative. So next project is our STP project, is the R33 and CP4 project, so south of town here. So it goes from Highway 3 down R33 by Hamer's Corner and then over to Highway 69. It's the light blue paving. We're looking at 2.671 million for that. So we'll mill and probably put interlayer and then some asphalt back on top. And then we have an FM project for C25 around the lake. So you can kind of see right in here, this is 2.25 million. And then we have Bridge 175, which is 2026. 2026. Okay, that's the corner. The four corner bridge up here up here.
Okay.
Right there. We have 900,000 planned for that. That is a big double box culvert that we'll put back in there. That's on that. Where four corners of meet and
Yep.
it's angled across. So we're gonna try to get rid of the parapets because there's parapets there and it's kind of a weird, but we've got it designed for a culvert now. Next one would be the 2.5 million for County K south of town here, trying to match that up with what Clarion's gonna be doing, hopefully with their, because they're gonna be submitting a STBG or STP application over at the COG or at Midas. So we're trying to hook on to that, so it kind of a full paving all the way through. So that, and then we'll obviously try to fit in North Clarion at some point too. I'd like to see where we're at with the COG with application, and make an application to do either the north side or maybe the concrete north and the asphalt, do that all the way up to C20 with the next application. So,
back to that FMC 099, which is County K.
Yeah.
Marrying that up with the city. If there's a portion of that that I call in the city limits, that we own half of the road and they own half of the road. If they don't get theirs, we wouldn't do half of it. We would go up to where that line is and then,
what we would need to do is create a 2080 agreement, which we've done with other cities, which we've done with Belmont, is
Yeah.
create 2080. They would pay us back. They pay, essentially pay our FM back.
Gotcha.
So a portion of that. So we would separate that out probably into divisions so that we could track those costs.
Okay.
But we would probably be coming in, we wouldn't probably be doing much of an overlay right there. It might be mill and fill, just to meet some of this,
cause they wanna widen it
yeah,
for the curb and gutter, right?
yeah, well, we only take care of the center two lanes,
Right.
so.
Okay.
But it just depends on what they wanna do. So it might be a situation, Dean, that they say, hey, don't do inside. We'll create the 28 with the county and we'll pay them back.
I got you.
Rather than, so we could stop at, just south of town.
Yeah.
too. So
Okay.
it might be easier if they're looking at that curb and gutter section
Yeah.
through there. And then I threw in Bridge 173. Since we are gonna try to repair it, we'll have some time left to fix it, which is the kind of magenta or pink on the north part of the map there. We're estimating about 500,000 for that bridge. It is all local. There's no VR money for that. There's no other item. It doesn't meet the ADT and it's not on the correct route. So it is all local tax dollars that will pay for that.
Can it be a culvert or not?
Yeah, we're gonna try to look at it like a 12x12 twin or a 14x14.
You couldn't do squash pipes there though.
It's really, really deep.
Good.
So we're trying to look at maybe a 3-sided culvert and look at just doing, so what it would be is we would leave the bottom kind of how it is and make, footings and then attach a top to it. So that it would just be a 3-sided thing and then we wouldn't have to do anything. That way we could get it up higher and bench it, so we wouldn't have as long as.
Yeah.
But that's it in the nutshell of the 5-year plan. Obviously, it's subject to change. And something goes haywire.
A lot of dollars.
A lot of dollars. So if you look on your last page, you can see there's quite a few dollars that we're spending that's farm to market. Federal aid. And then obviously some local, so. The nice thing is that the farm to market accounts obviously comes from Northern use tax. The federal aid is obviously for the bridge money that we get. And then the COG money, the minus council of governments. And then swap dollars is the old state federal aid swap money that we can have. And then we still got some local funds in there too, so.
Any other questions?
Motion approved.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve the fiscal year 24 secondary roads 5-year program. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carried.
It's you. What the hell am I doing?
Just waiting on him.
I'll get the dates, don't worry. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay, item number. Well, we're a few minutes away.
I had no meetings.
I had no meetings, economic development tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock.
I had no meetings last weekend.
Rail committee will meet on Thursday at 1:30.
Just, we will not go into recess. We'll just wait, till 9:30, for the budget hearing.
Saturday.
Saturday, 10 to 2 at the hospital.
I have a granddaughter's birthday party to go to, and we gotta get watering done early, so it's gonna. I may not be able to because of that, because we gotta leave major early. And
You gonna throw somebody else under the bus?
Huh?
You gonna throw somebody else under the bus?
No,
Jokers to the left, or clowns to the left and jokers to the right.
yeah, I'll get back to you on that, because that's gonna really cut me tight. We both have to get watering done early so we can get down there.
It should be all right.
Does Amanda come over and help me water? You know how? Well,
Experience probably that.
I'll pay you good.
That'll be nice weather.
I'm hoping.
It's probably signed no compete.
No.
So.
Money's money, don't care where it comes from.
Okay, it's 9:30, hold the item number 12, hold the budget hearing on the Wright County budget. I have received no questions or comments concerning the proposed budget.
I've had none.
Me neither.
I had, Mark Wiggins, email me, well, text me first and then emailed me and wanted to have the information. I sent him the entire packet of what we did with the board, with the Farm Bureau board.
Okay.
And, the budget and the publication. And there was no comments back from it. Just said that he probably should be paying a bit closer attention to what's going on, and he just hasn't been, so.
Okay. Very good. I would, make a motion to open the, public hearing for the proposed budget.
Make that, a sec, or make that second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor of opening the budget hearing, say aye.
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 Any input on Zoom?
No, I don't see any chat. Jason is the only one that's on. Jason, did you have any questions concerning the budget? And he may just be. Okay. Hearing no comments, I would make a motion to close the budget hearing.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to close the budget hearing. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye, motion carried. And. Yeah, oops, hang on. Another chat. No unlimited availability, okay. All right, I would, accept a motion to approve the 2024 budget as, presented.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the fiscal year 2024 budget, as it was presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Okay, item number 13, consider going into closed session pursuant to Iowa Code Chapter 21.51 Juliet to discuss the purchase or sale of particular real estate only where the premature disclosure could be reasonably expected to increase the governmental body would have to pay for that property or reduce the price the governmental body would receive for that property.
Make a motion to go into closed session.
I'll second that. I have a motion and a second to go into closed session, in accordance with Iowa Code Chapter 21.51 J. To discuss the purchase or sale of particular real estate. By roll call vote, Carl.
Aye.
Rick.
Aye.
Dean, aye. Motion carried. We'll go into closed session at 9:33.
We're doing another meeting. That's very funny.
I'll get it.
Okay, thank you.
They sent your picture in, but they didn't give us any preview. So I wonder if you have a nice guy. Yeah, so.
You're in the power seat, you're still negotiating.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
You too.
Still here. Hey, did you get some fruit?
Absolutely.
Got it.
Always,
Got it, Sheriff.
Yes.
always.
So.
I told him that any extra. Don't worry about it, I'll take all of it. Come on, put it in a bag.
Oh, risky too. There's a lot. I had to fight you on the way.
You go.
Yeah.
Oh, they're in winter, yeah.
They're good. They're so sweet. Later on.
I'm just. I'm running through my. So.
Motion to go back into session.
Hey, we are back in live session at 9:48. Coming out of closed session, is there a motion?
The motion to, motion not to pursue, the purchase of real estate as brought to us in our closed session.
Second,
I have a motion and a second to not pursue, to decline, purchasing, a real estate as, discussed in closed session. All those in favor say aye.
I,
Those opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Motion to adjourn.
I have a motion,
second,
and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
So
I.
Aye. Motion carried. Meeting is adjourned.